So a first sighting between these two sides, and it is Gordo Herrero with the sprint. New Zealand unable to challenge there. So Spain with first possession of the ball. It's with Arejo over to Corbella. Corbella back to Arejo. Comes across to Gordo now. Gordo to Arejo. Gordo shaping, ups against the shot. Spain will just want to build possession here. 20 seconds now on the shot, so Gordo's going to have to shoot. One of the two brothers, he shapes up now, shot saved. First block in the game then for Frost, the New Zealand keeper. Always a great feeling getting the first save under your belt, especially in the championship. So corner coming from Gordo. Gordo to his brother. Ooh, lost possession of the ball there, and it's taken by Mazzarotto, and New Zealand are away through Frost. Spain a very fast team, but Frost going for the long shot himself. Is it on target? Off target. Good effort. There wasn't a keeper in, or right effort, shall we say, but not testing the goal frame at all in the process there. So Spain regain possession again, and New Zealand yet to really have any structured attack in the game. So here they come again on the left-hand side. Round the back it comes. Nice touch by New Zealand. Can't quite gather it though, Hawkins. That was a nice touch over the top though. Put the pressure onto Gordo. Now he's come off the top. Hawkins has to come back in, which he does. It's with Casal. Over the pitch it comes to the captain. Back again. Two brothers playing a lot of ball between each other at the moment. The two Gordo brothers. Over the top the ball comes. Playing together so well. And there's a shot. Saved and out. So a set of brothers on each of this team. You've got the two Gordo brothers and the two Mazzarotto brothers shaping up against each other. Spain again, nice attacks so far, forcing the saves but also forcing the corners so that they regain possession. Gordo with a big shot off the bar and up. That didn't take a touch, did it? It did. Take a touch on the way through from Hawkins, so corner. Bright start to the game for this Spain, but New Zealand will be very happy to have kept it out over multiple phases now. It's a very potent Spanish attack. Corbella from the corner to Casal. To Gordo, Gordo, back to Gordo. Oh, it's dropped behind him. Can New Zealand gather this? Mazzarotto trying to get to the ball. He has gained it. Needs a pass now. Just slows things down. Break isn't on. Oh, that's pressure on Frost, though. Yeah, paddle foul there. Frost hitting Buys in the head with his blade. Made no attempts to keep it out of the way of the player, and the referee judging that to be offend. So Spain back in possession once more. New Zealand have to weather the storm again, literally and figuratively, because it is pouring with rain here. Not sure if you can see that on your screen. Down the middle though, nice run, shaping up, blocked on the way through. Time off. I think a discussion here between the refs. We don't have the advantage of a replay. I think they're trying to determine, was this a foul or a clean block? I think they're meeting either side of the bridge here to have a discussion. I have to say it looked clean from me. It was very close, very close. And of course, the referee on that far side has a better view. Maurizio Pelli. And I think he's decided on a penalty. So unfortunately for Alex Lowen, the New Zealand captain, it's going to be a penalty. So New Zealand having a discussion here because Alex Lowen was apparently off the pitch at the time, off the foul, so it can't have been him that committed it. So I think New Zealand have now instead managed to get the green card given to Mazarotto. I'd say Spain quite happy to call for a penalty if they believe it's been a foul, and nothing coming there. So the referee must have been certain from his perspective that that was too close to the player, the paddle. Maybe just trying to cut that out of the game early from New Zealand, but it does mean it is going to be a penalty. Penalty coming now. Goal scored, first in the game for Gordo. So just so you know the nature of the groups here, these two teams in a group of three, one of the two groups of three here, with Sweden. So I think both of these teams, top two to go through. So I think they are both hoping to get that victory over Sweden to progress. So this is more of a positional game for them as to whether they would go through in the group, but still vitally important. And of course an early win will take all the uncertainty out of the game to come with Sweden for either side, or most of the uncertainty, unless you get a three-way victory, one victory over each team. Frost then. New Zealand's first real attack of the game here. They've had turned over possession a few times, but unfortunately giving it back to Spain. So this is the first major attack. Frost driving through, lays it on the inside. Foul committed against the goalie though. Drifting in too far was Taylor. Foul by Frost. Frost has got to be careful now. That's a series of fouls he's committed, and a warning for him from the referees. So now shot coming for Arejo potentially. He will fan this back out. He's dropped the ball though. Where's that going to land? Oh, foul again against New Zealand for leaning this time. So Spain shape up again. It's Casal on the right-hand side to Gordo. To Arejo, potentially. Gordo doesn't have a pass. He's going to have to pop it back out. Casal goes free on that right-hand side and then sends it long to Arejo, who brings it down for Gordo. Still 1-0. New Zealand's still very much in this game at the moment. They need to weather this Spanish attack and try and get possession. But now Casal with a big right-handed shot into the top left-hand corner of the net with power. And Frost unable to get anything to that. So Spain now taking a 2-0 lead in the game. So it's with Norbit now. Norbit to Lowen. Lowen trying to ride the tackle. Lays it back off to Mazarotto. Mazarotto to Lowen. Lowen across the field. He'll now look to Mazarotto on the right-hand side, who may take a dribble. He does. Mazarotto shapes to shoot, passes to Lowen. Nothing on the inside going at the moment, but does get it to Norbit. And that's nicely run. Lowen's come back. Can they get it back to him? No, blocked on the way through. So corner. That's nice from New Zealand, though. Better play if they could have got it back to Lowen. It would have been very, very nice, but just blocked off by Spain. Spain playing a corner trap here. So you can see Pardavia for Spain has gone out to the corner to make that pass more difficult for Lowen, but he plays a nice blind pass away on that left-hand side to Mazarotto. So it's round the back to Norbit. Norbit to Frost. Frost across to Mazarotto. Mazarotto on the left-hand side. Big shot. Shaping up. Shot off the top bar. Where's this landing? It's come back to New Zealand. Norbit to Lowen. Lowen back out. Mazarotto reshaping again. That was nice. That definitely tested Spain. They roll up again. Norbit, Mazarotto down the middle of the side. Lowen looking threatening. He takes the ball. Can he get it off to Taylor on the right-hand side? Taylor not facing the right way for the shot, though. So still 2-0. 2 minutes 45 left on this half. Frost, way too easily picked up. Taylor tries to gather, but who's going to get to this? It is Corbea who gets to this. Nicely gathered. That was just a little bit loose from Frost. Too easy for Spain to pick off. and they've got the ball down the pitch to Huzhou, but who's gathering this? Mazarotto looks to have gained it. Full commitment then from Mazarotto, does exceptionally well. Lowen by himself, needs support, has Frost coming with him. Can Frost get away from Casal? He can at the moment. Lowen, he's tiring now though. Lowen's going to have to go himself, I think. Shots coming. Goal! Alex Lowen for New Zealand with the first goal of the game, and that all came from that diving commitment from Mazarotto to gain the ball against Huzhou. So full credit to Mazarotto there. Lowen with an exceptional finish himself, but good heart from the New Zealand side here. And now 2-1. The game is very much on again. They need to now keep this Spanish attack out for the remainder of this first half, and we'll have a game on here. Ball over the top. That's nice though. Oh, Vice trying to pass the ball in to Garcia. Garcia with a two-handed shot and a goal. Very nice play. Garcia, Pablo Garcia, managing the two-handed punch up into the net. So New Zealand find themselves down by 2 again. 1:40 remaining in this first half. Let's see if they can work a new opportunity here and now. Fresh onto the pitch, having defended down the other end is McDonald inside of the Spanish zone. He's calling on that left-hand side for a screen. I think he's trying to screen for Mazarotto. We've already seen him take a heavy shot on that left-hand side. Frost to Mazarotto. Oh, via the screen. A block here though, and a warning. Who was the warning for there? Can't see. So that wasn't in the act of shooting a foul. I think there might be a warning for something else maybe. It must be for one of the Spanish players, but I'm afraid I didn't get the number. So New Zealand still. Shouts coming out. You can hear McDonald from here trying to put real pressure on Buys on that right-hand side of the zone. But it will be Norbit who starts the run out to Frost over the top. That's floated again though. Taylor regathers, tries to get the ball to Mazarotto. Mazarotto diving. Oh, leaning by Mazarotto though. So it's going to be regathered by Spain. It's Buys on the ball. Buys looking down the pitch. Buys to Casal. Casal to Arrego. Arrego trying to find Garcia but can't. Popped over the top. That's nice from Casal. Back to Buys. Buys with a shot well wide. Buys frustrated with that, but that will be the end of the half. So at half time in this game between New Zealand and Spain, it's 3-1. The opening game of the senior championship for both of these sides. As I said, in a group with Sweden. So whoever manages to get the result here in a group of 3 will set themselves up nicely. But Spain looking slightly more comfortable. New Zealand, I think, will have some frustration with the referees there. A lot of calls against them. They need to be careful in the second half. Referees here just discussing what fouls there are. There's a warning for 10 for Spain, so Buys, and a warning for 7 for New Zealand. So that's Norbit and Buys, who are the 2 players who are on a warning. And the referee's getting quite wet out here. Lucio Penny and Danny Boyce. So the messages for New Zealand will do just to keep up that level of aggression. They're doing quite well in defense. I mean, aside from that shot from Casal on the right-hand side, I think the others were well-worked goals by Spain, extremely well-worked, so not an awful lot any defense can do about that kind of potency of attack. New Zealand will want to try and work a few more better opportunities at speed. I think that's what they're lacking at the moment. They have usually one player on the outside coming at high speed, but not the wraparound at high speed, which is what they'll need to try and open up space on the inside. So let's see whether they can get that backline firing. And Frost needs to be careful in the second half. He's floated a couple of balls that have been picked off by Spain. Needs to go flatter and more direct through the hands by New Zealand. So a little bit about these teams. New Zealand's target for the tournament is to make the final, or make final, qualify for the World Games, prepare and play competitively against the best teams of the world. I mean, they will do that just by being here. World Games is a big target. It's top 6 or 8, depending on where you're from in the world, as to who qualifies for the World Games. So a really good target for New Zealand to have. That's next year in Chengdu, so back in China next year, potentially. Spain's target is also reaching the final. So they want first or second. Surely that gold medal is what they're looking for. I mean, the consistency of this Spanish team over the last number of years, it's been quite incredible. 2014 third, 16 third, 18 third, 2022 second. Can they go one further this year? Okay, we're off again, and it's Hawkins versus Gordo. Gordo takes it though, riding over the top, taking the angle, and now Spain are attacking very fast, all of them at speed, trying to lay it back between them. Nothing coming though, it's going to come back, it does, from Gordo. So it's nicely done by New Zealand to prevent Spain getting in any further. Okay, so Spain set up now with Corbeia on the left to Orego. Over to Gordo. Gordo has no pass on the inside, so has to pass it back to Orego. Orego across to Gordo. Gordo to Orego. Orego trying to drive down himself. Does he have the pass inside to Casal? Goes for himself off the left-hand bar. No touch on that. If that goes out, it will be New Zealand's ball, but fighting really hard for it is Pardavia. Pardavia did really well there to get back possession for Spain, and they will have yet another attack. So Spain just suffocating New Zealand really with the possession that they're keeping in the game. Gordo tries to lay it through over the top. That's a nice block from New Zealand. Can they regain possession here? Lowen does well to get the ball away from Pardavia. Do New Zealand have an opportunity on the break? There is definitely an opportunity here. They've had a player go into the water. I think a missed stroke for McDonald. Hawkins then, 3-on-2 situation. Lowen to Hawkins to Lowen. Lowen, nice ball over the top. Shot surely coming from Frost. He's got to finish. Oh, Frost needed to shoot that earlier. That was beautiful, though, from Lowen, that cross pass. Ball coming round the back, over the top it comes. Shots, oh, double save there. Taylor with the block, and then Frost wise to the rebound and manages to keep it out, and that was great play because that ball changed direction quite dramatically. So Spain from the corner, Gordo over the top, the ball comes to Casal on the right hand side, looking threatening but playing inside. They won't shoot from there, there's too many paddles on the way through. Let's just see what the call is here. Foul on the inside against Mazarotto this time, paddle foul. And a warning as well for Mazarotto. Both referees calling that at the same time, so it must have been a very clear paddle foul Mazarotto committed. Gordo won't shoot. Mazarotto now facing the wrong way. Turns back around again against Gordo. And now Garcia coming into the New Zealand zone. Spain making very good substitutions, just keeping those players on the inside fresh and really making New Zealand work, even whilst they've been in possession of the ball for long periods of time. So Garcia trying to make space for himself right now. Edging left, edging right, keeping Taylor and Mazarotto interested. He's definitely open now. Shot coming, Gordo. Blocked out by Frost. Nice stop. So it's going to be Gordo from the corner. And now on the left with Gordo through the brothers. Nice between them. Big shot, big save. Who's going to regather this? Hawkins tries to gather it on the way down. Gathia gets it. Opts against the shot because there's 3 New Zealand players round about him. And a new period of possession for Spain. So Spain playing strategically very well here. They are making good attacks all the time. Good runs, but they're also managing to take the shot clock down and only create high quality shooting opportunities in the dying seconds that are forcing corners here. Corners or the ball to rebound significantly enough that they regain possession. Big push there from Taylor on Gordo. Gordo rides it nicely, the smaller of the 2 brothers. Out it comes on this left-hand side. Shot coming. Regathered by Byes. Will Byes shoot? He does. Beautiful shot by Byes. It looked like he was going over the top, and then he brought it round to his deck and up. And I think there's an interesting discussion here between the referees. I think they were going to be discussing whether the goalkeeper was pushed out of net in the process there. I think had Byes released straight away, it would have been a goal. It was before he hit the keeper, but then by bringing it down and bringing it back up again, did he make contact with the goalkeeper just before then? New Zealand set up at the halfway line at the moment. I would try and sit on the back line for New Zealand. I think it's going to stand as a goal, judging by the reaction of the New Zealand players who are behind the sub-line and probably heard the conversation. Yeah, I think it's going to be a goal. It's going to stand. Yeah, it is. So 4-1 then. Byes with that beautiful shot down low off his boat into the top of the netting. So difficult to predict or see that coming. So New Zealand then have to restart. Frost to Norbit. Norbit shaping. Too many paddles there. Taylor, can he get the ball across? Nice shuffle pass. That was nice. That was nice for New Zealand. That ball through Taylor and across quickly to Mazarotto, who took a big shot and forced the save from Morejo. He hasn't had too much testing in Morejo. He's an excellent goalkeeper himself. Ball over the top to Norbit. Gathers. Doesn't have a clear pass. Good blocking on the way through by the Spanish, not leaving him an easy option. Lowen now trying to make as much space as possible versus Pardavia. And he's getting the better of Pardavia here. If someone can attack that slot, I think now he's screened himself out of contention though. So Lowen will play on this left-hand side. Here comes the run soon. Surely there is a little pocket there for Lowen if they can get it to him. They do. He doesn't have the shot, but he lays it off to Taylor. Can he now drive in himself? Pop back to Lowen, but he's fallen in. Taylor has to take the shot. It's blocked. Lowen does come back up. Who's this going to fall for? It's with Orejo. Manages to keep it within the pitch. Garcia to Orejo. Taylor trying to get through, but now Taylor's left himself quite far out of position. Pardavia blocked off by Mazarotto. Over the top the ball comes. It's mishandled by Corbeya. Corbeya does regather though, just slows things down a little bit. And once again, Spain in possession again, so nothing coming for New Zealand from that attack. And still 3 down in the game then. And can Spain land the killer blow here now? Just out on the right-hand side. Oh, Casal, will he regather that? Mazarotto needs to put pressure out onto the side. That's gone out. I think the shot clock was running out as well. Smart play from Casal because it kills the opportunity for the break by putting the ball there. Be careful, if you look to do that too intentionally, it can be called time wasting, but made it look like he was at least attempting to do something with it with his blade there. So, New Zealand on the ball. They need a goal here and now if they want to compete for the results of this game. But also an eye ahead to their other group game versus Sweden. If they do draw versus Sweden, it could come down to goal difference in Sweden's game versus Spain. So New Zealand will want to score here, but they also won't want to concede an easy goal whilst chasing the game. Over the top from Norbit to Lowen. Lowen plays it into McDonald. McDonald back to Lowen. Lowen back to McDonald. These two just shuffling between them, but getting pushed out by Spain. Block comes. Thought there was an opportunity on the left-hand side there for Frost. Frost with a foul now. Spain will regather. Trying to find space down the pitch. Just nicely flicked back by Buys over to Arejo. And now we have 2 minutes left, and I don't think we're going to see New Zealand push up any higher here. They can't afford to, really. Or they know that they're not going to manage to take the game with 2 goals left, and that's just the discussion that they've had now. So 2 minutes left, 3 goals needed. They know that they would just be taking an unnecessary risk. So now it's got to be keeping Spain out. That's the requirement. And a boat contact foul there for Spain, and Arejo's got to be very careful. That was a little naughty. Move the ball with him to give themselves time. McDonald down, being pointed into the middle there, so he takes contact, taking on Garcia and Buys by himself at the moment. And a foul. Who's that one against? I think that time might have been against Norbit. So 1 minute left then for Spain and New Zealand here. Spain to try and extend their advantage. New Zealand to try and stop Spain from scoring primarily, and then anything else they can do is a bonus. Let's see. 55 seconds left. Spain very comfortable. 28 seconds for them on the shot clock now. I think we'll see the shot. I'm going to predict it's going to come from Gordo on this right-hand side, number 2. Or maybe into Garcia. Oh no, Gordo's making space for Buys. Buys with a shot. Round off on the side, but seen by Frost. Also a foul. Frost pops it over the top to Norbit. Norbit under pressure though by Gordo. Norbit has to go back, but he's left it slightly behind Frost, and the breaking opportunity is now gone. 6 seconds left though. Frost's going to have to go for the long shot. He does. It's on target, but saved by Arejo, and that's the game. So 4-1 to Spain in the opening of this senior men's championship for these two sides. Spain will be happy with that. That opens them up